From Universal Studios in Hollywood, California, it's Home and Family. Today on the show, Chef Wolfgang Puck. So if we don't start soon, either I'm going to start crying like the dog, or because I'm hungry, okay? Yeah. He is one of the most famous chefs in the world, and he is back, and he's cooking in our kitchen. Wolfgang Puck is here with us. Just I have to sit pretty. So look, I mean, we're going to talk about this wonderful idea that people are actually going to be able to join you in the kitchen, right?
Yep, absolutely. So it's like having me in your own kitchen. So I started an online cooking school, WolfgangCookingschool.com. So everybody now can have me in their own kitchen at home.
Wonderful.
And you can make me loud, fast, slow, however you like it.
Can I make you clean dishes? No.
I was never good at that. I throw them out the window. So.
Well, we actually get to have you in our kitchen in person. Yes. I get to touch you. And what are you going to make today?
Well, we're going to make some of all the stars' favorite, which we're going to make also for the Oscars, is our molten chocolate cake. It's easy to make. You can make it just in case George Clooney or somebody comes to your house. Make him a chocolate cake and he will stay the night.
Shows up
he's married now.
He's married now.
Okay.
Don't get him in trouble.
There's no mystery here. When we come back, we're eating. And leading the charge is Wolfgang Puck.
All right, go away.
He is a world-renowned chef and restaurateur, and he's back in our kitchen. Please welcome back Wolfgang Puck.
Hello.
A legend, a legend.
I'm too young for that.
No, I know, but you started so young, like as a teenager.
Both of us.
Well, I remember you in Bon Maison changing the face of pizza. He's responsible for all of that. But now you've moved on and you are actually doing a cooking school online. Tell us about that.
Okay, you know, I wrote 7 cookbooks. And so I said, you know, a cookbook, when I look for a recipe, I have to go through all these different cookbooks. So we started an online cooking school because a lot of young people and even older people, they learn on the tablet, they learn online. So I thought if I start an online cooking school, that way people can have me in the kitchen and watch me step by step, making delicious recipe, making fast recipes, some of them really inexpensive, like when you come home and you don't know what to do, like for example, a good omelette. Here is how to make a roasted chicken with roasted vegetables or a decadent chocolate cake. So it is really easy. And I show you simple things, how to poach an egg. You know, if you ask people out there, poach an egg, they say, well, I don't know. I eat eggs Benedict all the time, but I never know how to poach it. So now you learn step by step from me. It's like having a private cooking lesson in your own home.
It's wonderful because I'm a visual learner. I could read something and I'll forget it, but if I see it, I'll remember it. Like when you come on with your oven, when you showed me how to do it, I can use it all the time now because I actually saw it. So these are great lessons.
Yep.
So
I think...
Do you show how to use that online as well within your cooking lessons?
Absolutely. We have recipes like I make a rice dish in here, like a paella style thing. And you throw in the rice, the stock, maybe some spices, saffron if you want, or turmeric, whatever, sausage, chicken, shrimp, and make a delicious meal in there. So all in one pan. That way you don't have to spend any time at the dishwasher. One pan, put it in the dishwasher.
And then we can cook like he does. Can I ask you how much does the course cost?
The course costs $9.95 per month. I mean, it's 35 cents a day or something like that. So it's really inexpensive.
But what if I wanted to go to Cordon Bleu and say study there? That would cost me what?
$30,000.
Okay. I'm in. I'm all in.
And you know what? At Cordon Bleu, you have to go there. You have to sit there. Here, you can go online whenever you want. All you have to do is type in WolfgangCookingschool.com.
So Matt could say be in his kitchen in his underwear.
Exactly.
Learning how to cook.
Right. And by the way, I will tell people that I personally studied under you if I take that class.
For sure. But you're pioneering a whole new generation of kids now, and you're starting this whole online. This is genius. Again, you know, this is amazing. What we're going to do now is bring out our. What are we making today? We're going to be doing the
wonderful lava cake, a wonderful chocolate cake. Oh, they are eating it already?
And you're going to show us how to
I'm going to show you how to make it. So that's really very simple and very easy.
Signature.
I have bittersweet chocolate here, little chocolate pellets, however it comes. Then you add a little butter to it, maybe cut it into small chunks. And we're going to melt it over boiling water. You know, it's very important you don't melt chocolate in a casserole over your fire because it will sear up, it will form like a rock. It won't melt. So it's really important just to put it in like that. And then you melt it. So you know your stove here? Let's turn it on a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, somewhere. All right, good.
And then Matt is already, look at his face.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love you.
Okay. All right.
We have some here that's already melted for
Yeah,
you, Chef.
so we melted some, so that's how it comes out. You see beautiful melted, like just like that. I love chocolate.
Now I know why
I knew you were eating the chocolate chips.
Exactly.
So you melt the chocolate, and then you use some egg yolks and some eggs, and I put them in here in the mixer, and we're gonna turn it on here. Oh, turn it on a little bit, West. They turn on here.
We have electricity.
Oh, it's over here. Yeah.
There we go.
We have to plug it in, and then it works. But you also can do that by hand. So you just have to whisk your eggs a little bit.
Well, do you have to double it in size or triple it in
About
volume?
double in size.
Okay.
So until it gets a little foamy, but not too much.
Wow.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
so good.
There we go.
Here we go.
If I don't show up for work for the next week, it's that I'm studying under Wolfgang.
Okay, good. All right. So now we have the eggs here.
Ooh, are you going to fold
See,
the
nice and
chocolate into
foamy.
it?
And I have a little touch of flour, just a little bit. All
What
right.
does the flour do to
And
it? Does it
the
set it
flour
up?
gives it a little stability. The gluten in the flour holds it up a little better. So that way you can unmold it easier. Now you can pour in the chocolate in here.
Oh, yes, there you go.
Okay. Slowly.
There we go.
All right.
Drip
Okay. So you
in
try to fold it in nicely. See that? All right. Let's get everything out here. Now, when we were kids, we loved chocolate, and we used to eat half of it. My mother's chocolate cake never came out perfect because we ate half of the chocolate.
Before.
So you mix that really well together. And you know what is great? You can make that in advance. So you can
You
cook
can?
that.
You can do this in advance?
Exactly. You can do that in advance, and then
Oh, I love that.
we heat them if you want. So we're gonna put it in molds.
Do you have to put it in the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Then? Okay.
Exactly. You cook it, put it in the refrigerator. You can reheat it, or you can make it just like that and put it in the refrigerator. And
How long could you keep it in the refrigerator?
Oh, for the next day if you want to.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
wow.
So it's really easy. So you have time today to do, and then preheat the oven to 375 degrees, and then all you have to do is bake them. Serve them with some vanilla cream then, or a little bit vanilla ice cream, or some schlag, or whipped cream, as we say.
Well, I have a really, really important question
Yeah.
though, to ask you. I've made these cakes before, and I followed your recipes, but sometimes they come out dry. What can I do to stop that from happening? Why does that
Cook
happen?
them a little less. It's just like when you cook a steak. You overcook it a little bit, it gets dry and tough. This one is the same thing. So cook it a little bit less. Like every oven is different, you know. So your oven might, I might tell you 375, but your oven might actually be 425.
It depends on what it's calibrated, your oven, right?
Exactly.
Right, okay.
So just check it a little bit. It is easy to cook it a little bit more. But even if it's dry, add extra chocolate sauce on top.
Well, I have a question. Well, I'll ask an Oscar one, maybe the next segment.
Yeah.
But what is easier for you, cooking or learning to teach cooking? Has that been an easy process?
You know, I used to own a cooking school in the old time at ma maison, you know, called Ma Cuisine. And I was so shy at that time. And I remember I had Susan Plachette and Gladys Spiegelman and Bailey White, all these women sitting in front of me. And I said, what am I going to tell them? I don't know what to tell them. I was hiding. I had a little room in the back. I was hiding and peeking out.
They didn't cook anyway.
I know.
It's like they didn't cook. Gladys, no.
That's the problem, because they want me to entertain
Yeah.
them. So I said, be funny. So I was so shy. And then little by little, I got used to it. So I really love to teach people, because I think it's really important that people learn how to cook. Do it the right way, then it's fun. I want people to have a good time while they're in the kitchen, instead of saying, oh, I have to go and cook.
Exactly.
He said chef. He said, I would like to know how to eat that. He said chef. He has an accent. He said chef.
Okay. Well,
Here we go.
Agreed.
Okay.
all right, so make sure to with a little knife or something so that it doesn't stick.
Yeah, here's a knife. Here's a knife. Chef.
It's your kitchen here.
Oh,
you
wait
know,
a minute,
it's
here's a
fork.
knife.
Okay.
There's a knife here somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Okay, good. So,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Took us around.
I didn't get to eat it yet. Now
Get
I want
the
to show
rim.
everybody when we open it up what it looks
all right, hopefully I didn't mess it up too much.
Chef, did you prep that ramekin with anything, butter or
Yeah, you know, the best thing is use some spray, non-stick spray.
okay.
If not, you put a little butter and sugar in here.
Perfect.
Oh, look at that. All right. And then, look at that. Do we get a close-up here? Look, I'm going to cut it here in front of the camera.
Is it open?
Look at it. So you see the thing coming out. So that's perfectly cooked.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going
I would say
in.
taste it, but just inhale it. Just go ahead.
Look at
For more on Wolfgang's school and this complete recipe, you can visit him at WolfgangPuckCookingSchool.com. By the way, 2 lucky viewers will have a chance to win a year subscription to Wolfie's school by just going to our Facebook page. We're going to come back. We have more burning, not burning. That doesn't sound good. How about fine dining questions?
So good, you guys.
When we come back. Isn't that good?
It's so good.
We are back. We're talking with Wolfgang Puck. We're talking about his school. I just realized this, that if I took your school, you assigned me homework, and I said my dog ate it. That would probably is true. Probably is true.
Just be sure not to give him chocolate, because it's
no
not good for the
chocolate.
dog.
None of this. None of this.
Funny.
So 1,500 people at the Governor's Ball for the Oscars. You've done this year in and year out. I've interviewed you many times on the red carpet. You've walked by with the little golden guys. What is it like when you sit down and go, okay, we got to plan this menu? What's going to get George Clooney to show up?
Okay, we have such a great team, really, and we do it for so many years. I have chefs with me for like 15, 20 years already. So we sit down, what can we do? Something should be like comfort, and then there should be some innovation also. So we make chicken pot pie, which Barbara Streisand loves, and I remember Viola Davis, the first time we made macaroni and cheese with wild mushrooms, she said, oh, just bring me another one. I couldn't just eat that. I said, but we have potatoes with caviar, we have perfect sushi, we have rack of lamb, or we have lobster raviolis, we have all these things. She said, no, your macaroni and cheese are the best in the world. And by the way, you can learn it in my cooking school, the same one we do at the Oscars.
You know they're all like so hungry by the time they get there.
You know,
they haven't eaten in
They've
a
already
week.
taken their photos, so they're like, it looks fine.
They haven't eaten in a week. They haven't eaten since the beginning of award season. The first time they're going to eat anything.
You know, it's absolutely the truth, because a lot, especially women, they have to get up in the morning, do their hair, do their makeup, and then they might have a tea and the toast. That's it, all day. So comes 9:30 at night. People forget that they are vegan or vegetarian.
That's true.
One question.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the one dish that you feel that no one else on the planet can make better than you?
Whoa.
You have to ask my wife. No, I think it's some of the things we started, you know, and I got imitations, like our smoked salmon pizza. People still say, you come to Spago, that's the best smoked salmon pizza. I was in Manchester. My son, Oliver, goes to soccer camp to Manchester United.
Wow.
I go to an Italian restaurant there, and I look at the menu and they say Spago pizza on the menu. So I said, what the heck is that? And so I called the waiter. I said, what is this Spago pizza here? He said, well, sir, we have an Italian chef here, and he makes this one with smoked salmon and some cream from Dorset or whatever. Yeah, exactly our pizza. No. I didn't even order it. I said, I don't want to be disappointed.
Wait. There's just one question I want before we get into the food question. What would you have done if you weren't a chef? What would you be doing now?
You know, I would love to be a painter, an artist painter. I was friends with Andy Warhol. He did my menus. He wanted to paint me. My biggest mistake. I was hanging out with Andy Warhol. He said, Wolfgang, I want to paint you. And I said, no, don't paint me. Make me a menu, a wine label, and everything. He did everything. And then, unfortunately, he passed away. You know, who knew? He was like 63 or 62 then. And also, I was good friend with Bob Rauschenberg and many of the new artists, like John Baldessari or Ed Rocher, some of the famous artists here. I love to go to their studio. They are so amazing. I think LA has become the hotbed of artists. We have so many great artists here.
Really.
Well, you have something to fall back on.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to have to pay me food coloring.
Practice makes better.
So we can eat it.
Debbie, what's your question?
Who was your inspiration when you started cooking?
Well, I had two inspirations. The first one was my mother. My mother was a professional chef, and she could cook a meal with $3 for 4 people, and it was delicious. Now, we were lucky. You know, we ate everything from our garden. You know how everybody talks about farm to table now?
Yeah.
That was the thing for us. Whatever was in the garden, we ate. Something chic for us was a canned pineapple. I said, oh, my God, that's really special.
Right, that's true.
And then later on, when I was 19, I was working in south of France, and there was a chef in a restaurant called Beaumanière, Raymond Tuillier. He became my mentor. He really cooked totally different than what I learned. And he inspired me because he really had everything the best, only the best ingredients. If there was lamb, it was the best lamb. The fish was still half alive when they came to the restaurant. So it was really a great expression to work in a 3-star restaurant, which is the highest rating.
Does he know that he was your inspiration?
Yeah, oh, totally. Actually, he wrote the foreword for my cookbook. Oh. My first cookbook, I went to him, I said, you know, you're my mentor, can you write a little foreword for me? And he said yes. Not only was he a great chef, but also a great writer.
Great,
oh.
great.
Dr. JJ, I know you love your time in the kitchen. What's your question?
I do. It's a two-part question. What did you always have in your refrigerator 20 years ago, and what do you always have in your refrigerator now? Is there any difference?
Yeah, champagne. I have it now, I had it then, because then I wasn't married. I said I might get lucky and have some champagne. And now my wife and me both love champagne.
Now it's probably just more expensive.
Right. Yeah, we move up there.
Dan, do you have a question?
Chef, you sort of touched on this a little bit, but how important is the locality of your ingredients to you when you're cooking? I mean, do you find yourself shopping at farmers markets a lot?
Well, you know what? This morning we went to the farmers market. We are so lucky in California. You know, if you are in New York upstate, you go to the farmers market now.
Got cabbage.
There's nothing. Maybe some potatoes and things like that. But we are in California. It is amazing. You go to any farmers market here, the fruits, the vegetables, the berries, the citrus fruits now, it is really so easy to cook. So you go to the market, you buy your vegetables, you don't even eat meat and fish then. Yeah, so really, and I tell everybody, you know, eat more vegetables, eat more fruits and everything, because that's really good for you. We don't have to eat a 16-ounce steak. If you eat an 8 ounce, it's more than enough.
Right.
Orly, do you have a question?
Yes. Okay, so Las Vegas was one of my, and still one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
and
I saw you there in a show. No.
In the show, you have this restaurant, and there's all these hilarious, dramatic things that happen.
Yeah.
Were any of those storylines taken from real experiences or real restaurants?
You know, I was so impressed. I talked with the producers and with Jimmy Kahn especially. So we said, like, this is our restaurant, the Montecito, at the Montecito Hotel. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that show.
Yeah, I actually had a good time. And, you know, it's the first time I saw a real, like an actor be next to him. And he was talking and and then I said, so when is the take? He said, it's over. I said what I had to say. I said, it's so simple. And I tried to be all excited about it. And I said, no, just take it easy. And I learned that I'm never going to be a good actor. I said, I'm going to stay in the kitchen. That's why I'm here.
Well, we all win that way, by the way. We all win when you're in the kitchen. More from Wolfgang Puck. Please visit him at wolfgangpuck.com. We're going to come back, and we're coming right back to you, Orly.